This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
(8:45). This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Ramesh Piris and read by J. Yogaraj. First, the headlines. An updated announcement on isolation orders. 321 new cases of coronavirus reported. Over 13,000 PCR tests conducted thus far. The results of GC Advanced Level Examination for the year 2020 to be released in April. Minister Chamal Rajapaksa says the aim of the government is to bring development to the village. 9 COVID-19 cases detected from the parliament. News overseas, US President-elect to sign executive orders rejoining Paris Climate Accord and rescinding a travel ban on first day. In sports, Sri Lanka versus England, tourists wobble, chasing 74 after Jack Leach takes 5 wickets for 122 runs. And those are the headlines. Isolation orders on a section of Kalatura South Grama Niladhara division were lifted with immediate effect. Isolation orders imposed in the Akramale Grama Niladhara division, in the Beruwala police area, and in the Tunduva East and Tunduva West Grama Seva divisions of the Induruva police area was also lifted earlier today. Meanwhile, head of the National Operations Centre for Prevention of COVID-19 outbreak, Commander of Sri Lanka Army General Shavendra Silva says the Galloluwa East and Galloluwa West Grama Niladhara divisions of the Minuwangoda police area and Barakamara Meedeniya and Dehipitiya Grama Niladhara divisions in the Matale police area have been isolated with immediate effect. The National Operations Centre for Prevention of COVID-19 outbreak said 13,681 PCR tests have been conducted in Sri Lanka as of yesterday. The total count of COVID-19 cases reported in Sri Lanka reached 52,634 as 321 more persons were tested positive for the virus. As per the Health Ministry's data, 45,171 of the confirmed patients have made complete recoveries from the virus. However, 7,207 active cases are still under medical care at selected hospitals and treatment centres across the country. Minister Chamal Rajapaksa says the aim of the government is to bring the development to the village. The minister further says the Rural Economic and Infrastructural Development Committees will be set up to accelerate the development work. The minister was speaking at a press briefing in Nuwara today. Nuwara Rural Economic and Infrastructure Development Committee, which was formed by the minister, will be synchronized in line with President Gotabaya Rajapaksa's Saubhagya Dakma policy manifesto. This news comes to you from Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
5 staff members and 4 security officers of Parliament have tested positive for COVID-19 in 947 PCR tests conducted thus far. Sergeant at Arms Narendra Fernandez says a stringent program is underway to examine CCTV footage and identify places the infected individuals visited, including their close contacts. 32 members of the Parliament, 911 members of the staff and security personnel were subject to PCR tests on the 13th and 15th January after 3 members of the Parliament tested positive for COVID-19. However, no members of the Parliament have tested positive in the recent rounds of testing. 503 individuals returned to the country from the overseas today as a part of a repatriation effort. The group included 369 Lankans from the United Arab Emirates. Furthermore, 161 persons are expected in the island from overseas during the day. The National Operations Centre for Prevention of COVID-19 outbreak said all individuals were directed to quarantine centres after undergoing PCR testing. And that's local news.
Darling, our daughter has top O-level results. Do you know what this means?
Yes, just 3 years and she'll be going abroad for her degree.
For which we'll need a bank loan.
But is a normal loan the smartest option?
What else?
The smartest way is to start an HDFC Smart Goals account.
Let your child begin their degree with no delays. Start an HDFC Smart Goals account. Call 2356 888.
Honey, you're so smart.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Vidya Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Minister of Education Professor G.L. Piri says the results of GCE Advanced Level Examination for the year 2020 will be released in April. He added, based on the examination results, steps will be taken to enroll students into universities by September. The minister further said that results of GCE Ordinary Level Examinations scheduled to be held in March will be released by June. Meanwhile, schools in Western Province will reopen on January 25th for students appearing for the O-level exam this year. And that came to you in top news.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
In Watchlight, the police media spokesman Ajit Rohana says that a special operation to conduct rapid antigen tests on persons leaving the Western Province via 11 exit points will recommence once again. A similar operation was carried out from the 18th of December last year till 5th of January this year to prevent the transmission of the deadly viral disease to other provinces. The police media spokesman reiterated the need to follow health guidelines and adhere to quarantine regulations by wearing face masks and maintaining social distancing. And that's top news or Watchlight. And moving on to world news.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
First, the headlines. U.S. President-elect to sign executive orders rejoining Paris Climate Accord and rescinding a travel ban on the first day. Guatemala cracks down on migrant caravan bound for United States. Japan marks 26 years since earthquake in Kobe. And those are the headlines. According to a memo from the incoming Chief of Staff Ron Klain, U.S. President-elect Joe Biden plans to sign roughly a dozen executive orders, including rejoining the Paris Climate Accord and ending the travel ban on predominantly Muslim countries on his first day in office. He will also sign orders halting evictions and student loan payments during the coronavirus pandemic and issuing a mask mandate on all federal property in an effort to either roll back moves made by the Trump administration. Guatemalan authorities escalated efforts to stop thousands of Hondurans, many of them families with children, traveling in a migrant caravan bound for the United States, just as the new administration is about to enter the White House. According to Guatemala's immigration authority, between 7,000 and 8,000 migrants have entered Guatemala since Friday, fleeing poverty and violence in a region battered by pandemic and back-to-back hurricanes in November. People in Western Japan are making the 26th anniversary of the major earthquake that left widespread destruction and 6,434 people dead. The great Hanshin Awaji earthquake on January 17, 1995 damaged more than 600,000 homes and caused widespread fires In the worst affected city of Kobe, people gathered at a park to remember the victims of 5:46 a.m., the exact moment the magnitude 7.3 quake hit. And that's World News.
World News. Brought to you by courtesy of...
From the first step you take till the time we meet, the trusted leader prioritizes you always.
All you need under one roof. People's Leasing, the trusted leader.
In development news, Sri Lanka and Vietnam discuss bilateral trade, investment and tourism prospects as well as existing legal instruments to facilitate trade, investment and business relations during the travel-restricted COVID-19 period at the VCCI headquarters in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam recently. Ambassador Gamage thanked the VCCI and Vice President Taha for the continuous support extended to Sri Lanka in promoting trade and tourism. And that came to you in development news. And moving on to sports. Cricket, Sri Lanka versus England. Tories wobble chasing 74 after Jack Leach takes 5 wickets for 122 runs. England need 36 runs on the final day to win the first test against Sri Lanka despite losing 3 wickets in the chaotic end in the fourth day in Galle. Chasing only 74, the Tories slipped to 14 for 3 as Dom Sibley and Zach Crawley fell to left-arm spinner Lasith Ambuldennier before captain Joe Root was run out after a mix-up with Johnny Bairstow. And that's sports news. And moving on to business. The regional manager Southeast Asia of Sri Lankan Airlines, Mohan Meegolle, says Sri Lanka can commence charter flights from mid-2021 at a meeting organized by the Foreign Ministry. The meeting was chaired by the Foreign Secretary, Admiral Professor Jayanath Columbage, to discuss the possibility of establishing air connectivity with Myanmar. Participating at the meeting virtually, Sri Lanka's ambassador to Myanmar, Professor Nalin De Silva, said that air connectivity between Sri Lanka and Myanmar has been discussed for a long time due to the significant Buddhist cultural connectivity between both countries. The Foreign Secretary emphasized that Myanmar is one of the Sri Lanka's closest maritime neighbors and there is huge potential to enhance trade links. And that came to you in business news.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
The main index of the Colombo Stock Exchange, the all-share price index, crossed the 7,700-point mark to end the week in trading on Friday. The ASPI gained 291.34 points, closing the day on 7,734.57, which is the highest recorded since 28th February 2011. Earlier, the highest single-day gain was recorded on 15th February 2020, when the ASPI increased by 255 points.
Congratulations on your promotion. Heard you gave a treat for everyone in your department yesterday.
Yeah.
It will be our treat, huh?
Well, how about today?
Oh no, I was just joking. We'll have a party with your new salary.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Finally, in the weather forecast, the Met Department says several spells of showers in northern, north central, eastern and Uva provinces and in Matale and Hambantota districts. Fairly heavy falls, about 100 millimeters, are predicted in the Sabarkama province and in Galle and Mathura districts. The Met Department requests the general public to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by temporary localized strong winds and lightning during thunder showers. And before we wind up this news broadcast, let's look at the main points once again. An updated announcement on isolation orders. 321 new cases of coronavirus reported. Over 13,000 PCR tests conducted thus far. The results of GC Advanced Level Examination for the year 2020 to be released in April. Minister Chamal Rajapaksa says that the aim of the government is to bring development to the village. 9 COVID-19 cases detected from the parliament. News overseas, the US President-elect to sign executive orders rejoining Paris Climate Accord and rescinding travel ban on first day. In sports, Sri Lanka versus England, tourists wobble, chasing 74 after Jack Leach takes 5 wickets for 122 runs. And with that, we conclude this news podcast of Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. And it's back to Mario Vijayawardena to keep you company with the rest of the programs this Sunday evening. Over to you, Mario.